So I'm trying to think how we can stretch it out. Maybe you could throw questions out. So you could say something like, um, whenever I make a cream sauce, it splits. How do I stop it from splitting? So like, when you make heavy cream, it goes from like a oil. It goes from cream to oil if you like let it cook too long. Or literally anything that's in your mind.
Yeah, you could talk about your husband working at Olive Garden.
He sure did. All right. Hey y'all, welcome in. We are making some restaurant dupes today. First up, we're making an Olive Garden fettuccine Alfredo. Of course, we're gonna focus on the Alfredo sauce. I'm gonna show y'all exactly how to do it, but at home, for cheaper and for less. It's gonna be more delicious. So stay tuned if you're interested in that. And yeah, we're gonna get started. I'm filming this for YouTube Shorts, so the full video will be on my page. If you're new here, hi, I'm Natasha Green. Welcome in. I make delicious recipes. I make really yummy recipes for the home cook, for the home chef. So stay tuned for how we get our Alfredo poppin'. I'm also filming long form, so we'll recap all of this on my page as well if you're into sitting back, relaxing, and learning a few tips and tricks. So let's get started. So first up, Alfredo sauce from Olive Garden. What do we love about it? It's creamy, it's cheesy, it's simple, and it's just addicting. Funny enough, it only has a few ingredients, simple ingredients at that. So it's just heavy cream, it's Parmesan cheese, it's garlic. Of course, it's salt and pepper, but it's really good salt and pepper. So you're gonna wanna make sure you're using like a Diamond Crystal kosher salt. This is my favorite. And then I like to use white pepper for like white sauces because it just, I don't know, looks a little better, but you can use any type of pepper you want. I'm using this one. As you can tell, it's all gone. And just quality ingredients, really good butter. So you're gonna wanna make sure you kind of splurge on your butter. We're using the Irish Kerrygold butter. And that's pretty much it. Some grated Parmesan cheese. You could grate it yourself or you could buy it grated. Again, higher the quality, better the result. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna focus on this camera and do the same thing. You want me to re-record that, but talking here, right? Okay, so am I?
Yeah, you're on.
I'm good, okay. All right, y'all, today we are gonna do a restaurant recreation, a restaurant remix of one of our favorite things. Yes, drum roll please. Olive Garden Alfredo. Specifically, we're gonna make a fettuccine Alfredo. Now, this is a really simple recipe to make. It's just simple ingredients. You probably already have them in your pantry. And it's addicting, it's luscious, it's creamy, it's so good. This is a sauce you use to dip your breadsticks in, put it on your lasagna, freeze the leftovers, and make a ziti later on in the week. Like, it's just that good, you could drink it. So I'm gonna show you all the ingredients you're gonna need to make this at home and to make it super delicious. First up, heavy cream. Don't skip on the cream, don't use half and half, don't use milk, use heavy cream, girl, okay? Next up, we're gonna use some grated Parmesan cheese. Now, you can grate this yourself. I love grating Parmesan cheese myself, but sometimes with the sauce, I find that the pre-grated, high quality one is a little bit better. So today, we're using pre-grated. It's a little bit more expensive in the grocery store, but it's just that nutty texture is just there for me. I don't necessarily like to shred it myself for this particular recipe. You'll kind of see why. The body of it is a little bit better with the pre-grated. You're gonna wanna use some good garlic, pre-minced, garlic paste, whatever you like, chop it yourself, that's totally fine. Butter, we're gonna use a whole stick of it, girl, so make sure it's good butter, okay? Splurge for the Kerrygold or any type of like Irish, just high quality butter. And guess what? Salt and pepper, that's it. That is fettuccine Alfredo, the Olive Garden style. Our water's boiling. We're also gonna kind of splurge on the noodles. You want an egg-based noodle. This one is just egg pasta fettuccine made with real eggs. So splurge on the ingredients because you're only using a few of them and this thing is gonna come out perfect every single time. So let's dive right in. So look at that. And let's see, do I wanna say it for the reel? No, we're just gonna dive into the reel and we can redo any other little snippets that we want. The lighting's good, but I'm wondering if we can make it here. Does that affect your light at all?
Yeah, it changed it, but
You changed it? How's that?
I really have to see with you standing there.
Let's see. That made the pot a little brighter.
It's okay.
It's okay? All right. So So first things first, we're gonna hit our skillet, just a regular skillet that's non-stick, medium skillet that has kind of like a deep surface to work with on about a medium heat. Medium to medium low, you know your stove, you know what to do. Medium to medium low, and we're just gonna go in with 1 full stick of butter. Now this is gonna yield a pretty substantial amount of sauce, probably like 2 cups of sauce. So of course, use however much butter makes sense for how much sauce you want. If I was just making a couple of servings, I would just do half of this, but we're gonna do the whole thing. So in we go with the stick of butter. We're going to be patient and let it do its thing. Let it melt down. And then once it starts to get nice and frothy, then we're going to add the garlic. You could just tell the difference with quality butter. While our butter is melting down, we're going to go ahead and just salt our pasta water. It is coming to a rapid boil. And this, just 4 quarts of water, 2 tablespoons of salt, then this is going to cook in about 9 minutes. So we'll get that going now as well. My power. So we're gonna get our pasta going. I love that it comes in this little nest. So cute. Hey Google, set timer for 9 minutes.
Got it, 9 minutes. And that's starting now.
Perfect. So our butter is melting. It's looking really good.
For some reason, once I press record, it like cuts your head off.
It does?
Like the screen gets smaller.
Is it on video?
Huh? No. Let's try that.
Yeah. So now we're gonna go in with just about, I think I have a tablespoon of butter left in here. Yep. Turn this down to low, and now we're gonna hit it with our tablespoon of garlic. I'm gonna just empty out this jar. I don't mind the jar garlic as long as it's quality, a quality brand. So now we're gonna give this a nice mix until you can smell it. Just a few seconds. The next step is we're going to add our heavy cream. I think this is about 2 cups, 1.5 cups. I'm going to get a few different angles. Now we just bring this all together. You are gonna need a whisk. A whisk is your friend here. You're gonna wanna whisk the butter in with the cream gently. Then you're gonna wanna add in your Parmesan cheese pretty much right away. So once I have the butter and heavy cream combined, I'm gonna grab my Parmesan cheese. And it's gonna seem like a lot of Parmesan cheese, but that's why it's so good. Is because they use a lot at Olive Garden. So it's about 1 cup, 1.5 cups of Parmesan cheese. So that's about 1/2 cup. this. We have got it added in. And now we're just gonna give it a nice whisk.
So you feel like the powdered Parmesan cheese over like the fresher looking one is better?
So the grated, so it's all about texture. So the shredded is gonna kind of give you that cheese pull, which is not what we want in this sauce. We want grated, and I find it's a little bit harder to do grated at home. The old school box cutter, kind of like box graters, I should say, do a good job with grating fresh Parmesan cheese to get it to be this texture. But I've never really successfully gotten this texture at home. I get more like the microplane kind of like shredded texture. And you can use it for this, don't get me wrong. But there's just something about that grated texture that I think is a little bit more authentic to how the Olive Garden flavor is. So it's more just about texture than flavor. But fresh is always best. Now, you know, if you want to do fresh, it's always best. Grate it yourself, but definitely use one of the like old school box graters. Graters. So we have our sauce on like a low heat. We don't want our heavy cream to split, so it's really important to just like let this be as low as possible to bring it to a simmer and to combine all the ingredients. The next step is the simplest step. We're gonna season to taste. So we're gonna hit it with that kosher salt that we mentioned, and we're also gonna hit it with that white pepper. Kosher salt and white pepper. Now, don't come for me. You can add garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, okay? You can add it all, but that's not what they add. And this is restaurant remix, so you're gonna want this to taste as similar, right, as the restaurant makes it. They're not adding all that. They're just using straightforward, simple ingredients. So right now, the sauce is coming to a really nice simmer. It's not boiling. You don't want this to boil. You just want it to thicken and come to the consistency that you like. So the second I start to see big bubbles, I'm cutting the heat back down and I'm just letting it kind of simmer and do its thing. Where's that? Girl, this phone really upsets me. Focus. So we're getting that beautiful texture. Everything is combined. It's looking so good. And it smells like Olive Garden Alfredo, if I do say so myself. Our noodles are going. This is where we can taste for salt and pepper and garlic and Parmesan. You can add more if you need it. This is the sauce trick, right? This is how you know your sauce is at the right consistency. You take a spoon, you dip it in the sauce all around, you bring it out, you don't touch it. If you can make a nice line down the center, your sauce is ready. And use that as a taste test too. I like my line a little thicker, like a little, you know, more consistency, more body, so I'm gonna let it simmer for a little longer. Just a couple minutes, nothing crazy. We're not changing the temperature either. We're keeping it at the same temperature. Just smooth, delicious Alfredo sauce. No cream cheese, no nothing. How do y'all make your Alfredo at home? Better than Olive Garden, I bet. Let me know in the comments. This has so much body. Like, look at this. Ooh, looks so good. So at this point, we're done. We're just waiting for our pasta to cook. Hey, Google, how much time remaining?
T-minus 51 seconds.
We in there, girl. We in there. Our pasta looks good. Ooh. So the next step is we're going to combine. I think I'm going to ladle the sauce over always save a little pasta water just in case you run into a little pickle. So we got our pasta water here. We need to loosen the sauce up. Just put it to the side. Hey Google, timer off. So I'm just going to drain the pasta water.
The back of your shirt doesn't touch it, you know.
Tuck it in. Y'all can't see my bodysuit. I ain't buckle up. Pasta is drained. So now we're going to plate it up. I love egg noodle pasta. It's just so pretty. Tastes good too. Oops. And our ladle of saucy sauce is here. So we have to adjust this. So we just add our sauce here. We add a little bit more. And this is how Olive Garden does it, y'all. Super simple. No frills. You can add more pepper, more Parmesan cheese as you desire. Super simple and to the point. We could get more shots for the camera as well. Is that focus? Okay. So y'all, you want some? Really easy fettuccine Alfredo, Olive Garden style. This came together really, really quick, y'all. So I know it's like, man, is it that simple? Of course you can add your chicken on top of this or your shrimp. I'm just showing you how to make the baseline, which is the sauce with the fettuccine noodles. All right, so we're gonna do a taste test. Can you turn it to the back camera for me, please? And just make sure it's in focus and get some pretty shots here too. And we'll do a spoon shot.
That's good. The background's kind of dizzy though.
Oh, we could do that. Here, how's the light though? Because
The light was
good. There it is.
yeah.
There it is. So, let's do one where we add a little more sauce on top. Don't follow me. Maybe we're gonna do that. Oh, pasta sounds. Goodness.
Oh.
That damn washer. All right. Taste test. Now the taste test is to see if it tastes like Olive Garden, right? So that's what we're judging it off of. I'm a connoisseur, so here we go. Ooh. Better. It's better. It's better. I'm telling you. It's so good. You can literally drink this sauce. Delicious. You gotta do it again for the camera. Hey, y'all. All right, one more taste test. All right, y'all, we've got our Fettuccine Alfredo. That is a remix to Olive Garden's Alfredo sauce. You can, of course, add your chicken, your shrimp, whatever you want on top, but we're just gonna do it for the sauce today, all right? So here we go. Here's our taste test. 10 out of 10. The flavor is 100% there, if not better. So good. Cool. I could eat this whole thing. I pray I have another heavy plate that was used for the soup. Did not buy that. Please stage this. Alright, what else? Oh, I was supposed to do the breadstick, but I'm gonna do that for the soup. Can you bring the light a little closer to this, please? Yes. Okay, so now let's stage this guy. do we want to make it look cute? Green. So now we're just staging for our photo. I think a shot like holding the fork with the noodles probably be good too.
This is not the camera I usually use.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. What's it doing?
Is it a different lens? Same
Mm-mm.
lens?
Same lens. Is that been funny?
Yeah. Is it screen display?
Yeah, this guy.
This. Do it with the fork.
Mm-hmm. We have to get it good here. Gonna add more sauce. And then we gotta do landscape. Mm-hmm. Okay, focused. And then one with the new Instagram specs. So a little like, so you're gonna see more of the vertical essentially. So let me put this over here and do one of these. That pasta sound, y'all. Cool. Let's do one horizontal as well.
Maybe we'll do one of those first.
Yeah. Cool. Mhm. Sweet. Think we got it. All right, y'all. So we're gonna do this in two parts. I'm a minute late for a meeting, so we're gonna come back and then we're gonna make the Olive Garden chicken gnocchi soup. So come on back.